Hello and welcome to the Maharashtra Brief, where we get you all the top stories from Mumbai and Maharashtra. Now, of course, full-fledged campaigning for the BMC polls and, of course, polls to other civic bodies in the state. On the show tonight, of course, the Congress flags an announcement of a payout in the flagship Ladki-Bahin scheme in Maharashtra. Congress leader Pawan Khera speaks to NDTV. Also on the show, BJP leader K Annamalai's statement sparks off a political storm. And here at Shivaji Park, the Mahayuti of the BJP and the Shiv Sena respond after Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray's show of strength at the same venue. That's all we are looking at on the show. Let's take a look at the headlines now. The Congress flags an announcement of a payout in the Ladki-Bahin scheme on Makar Sankranti, flags it as an effort to influence voters ahead of the elections to civic bodies, approaches the state election body for action. Congress leader Pawan Khera joins the Congress campaign in Maharashtra for the local body polls. He speaks to NDTV on the campaign trail and explains the Congress position, including the decision to go it alone. BJP leader K Annamalai's statement sets off a political storm. Raj Thackeray responds with a familiar slur, but Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis says his Hindi is not that great. And the BJP and the Shiv Sena, the Mahayuti, respond and put up a show of strength at the Shivaji Park just a day after the Thackeray cousins also held a rally at the same venue. Let's move on to our first story now, and that, of course, is the Congress flagging an announcement by a minister about a payout in the Ladki-Bahin scheme. This is a flagship scheme under which women receive money. The Congress has flagged it as a bid to influence voters ahead of BMC elections and has approached the state poll body. The state poll body, the State Election Commission, has also asked for a response from the Chief Secretary. My colleague Abhishek Avasthi has more on this story.
Once again, the issue of Ladki-Bahin scheme has been raked up during the BMC campaign which is currently going on. A letter has been submitted by Congress party to State Election Commission wherein it has mentioned that the government, Mahayuti government, will be giving two installment, that is one of December 2025 and January 2026, just a day ahead of the elections, to the sisters across Maharashtra, and it will be around 1500 plus 1500, 3000 rupees will be credited in their account, which is being done through Ladki-Bahin scheme. And this objection has been taken by the Congress party. A letter has been given to the State Election Commission, which they term is a violation of Model Code of Conduct. In this regard, the Election Commission has asked for a response from the Maharashtra government, and which is still awaited. But at the same time, politics has erupted over the entire issue, where BJP claims that this letter by the Congress shows or exposes the Congress who is anti against the sisters, the women across the state who are getting benefit of this financial scheme. But at the same time, Congress has said that this should be delayed, this should be given at the last week of January after the election. Now, what decision the State Election Commission takes is something that we will have to wait and watch out for. But once again, the Ladki-Bahin scheme has been brought into controversy in the campaign which is currently going on for the BMC elections.
Congress leader Pawan Khera also joins the campaign as the Congress fights it out solo in the BMC election. Now, this, of course, is a Congress decision. Pawan Khera speaks to NDTV's Abhishek Avasthi on the Congress decision and other issues at stake. Let's take a look at this exclusive interview with Pawan Khera by my colleague Abhishek Avasthi.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेता पवन खेरा जी है, मुंबई में आप आए हैं, चुनाव का प्रचार जोरों शोरों से चल रहा है। एक तरीके से पोलराइजेशन करने की पूरी कोशिश की जा रही है, ठाकरे बंधुओं द्वारा कहे या बीजेपी शिवसेना अलायंस द्वारा कहे, मराठी गैर मराठी कहे, नॉर्थ इंडियन का मुद्दा।
मुंबई का एक एक नागरिक ये देख रहा है कि कौन सी पार्टी विकास की बात कर रही है, कौन सी पार्टी मुंबई के हक की बात कर रही है, कौन सी पार्टी सड़क, अस्पताल, स्कूल, बिजली, पानी की बात कर रही है और कौन सी पार्टी सबके हक की बात कर रही है, मुंबई के हक की बात कर रही है। तो जाहिर सी बात है, जो विवाद फैलाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं उनके पास, उनके एजेंडा में और कुछ है ही नहीं। हमारा एजेंडा बहुत मजबूत है, हम अपने एजेंडा पे चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं।
कहा जा रहा है कि आई लव महादेव जो बोलेगा वो मुंबई का मेयर बनेगा।
कौन कह रहा है ये?
नीतीश राणे हैं, मंत्री है यहाँ के, वो कह रहे हैं।
आई लव ऑल माई गॉड्स।
जिस तरीके से एक ये मुद्दा है, फिर बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों का मुद्दा लेके आया जा रहा है। तमाम कुछ पॉकेट्स है जहाँ पर यह आइडेंटिफाई किया करके बताया जा रहा है कि यहाँ पर बांग्लादेशी रहते हैं और 16 तारीख के बाद इन सबको खदेड़ दिया जाएगा।
तो इतने साल क्या कर रहे थे? सो रहे थे अमित शाह? क्या कर रहे थे अमित शाह? या कोई षड्यंत्र रच रहे थे? ये गृह मंत्री हैं देश के, इनको शर्म आनी चाहिए कि 11-12 साल से आपकी सरकार है, यहाँ भी इतने साल से आपकी सरकार है, अब बांग्लादेशी याद आ गए। तो या तो आप सो रहे थे, गृह मंत्री फेल हो गया और बांग्लादेशी घुस गए, तो इस्तीफा दो। झारखंड में जब चुनाव था तो बांग्लादेशी शुरू हो गया, अब बांग्लादेशी भूल गए झारखंड में। असम, झारखंड, बंगाल, मुंबई, दिल्ली, जहाँ चुनाव आते हैं वहाँ ये पहले घुसपैठियों की बात करते हैं, फिर चुनाव हो जाते हैं, भूल जाते हैं। अब दिल्ली में नहीं बात कर रहे।
जिस तरीके से कल सभा हुई, एक तरीके से राज ठाकरे ने अन्नामलाई को टारगेट किया, रसमलाई करके जिक्र किया, अब्यूसिव भाषा का प्रयोग किया। इस तरीके की जो राजनीति कहीं उसी के चलते आप लोग ने डिस्टेंस बनाया था।
हमारी तो इस तरह की राजनीति कभी हो ही नहीं सकती, न हम इस तरह की राजनीति करने वालों से कोई राब्ता रखते हैं, रिश्ता रखते हैं। अन्नामलाई ने जो महाराष्ट्र के लिए कहा वो किसी को स्वीकार्य नहीं हो सकता, तमिलनाडु के लोग उसको अस्वीकार करते हैं। जो राज ठाकरे ने पलटकर जवाब दिया, नूरा कुश्ती जो भी इनकी आपस में चल रही है, न उसको कोई महाराष्ट्र का व्यक्ति स्वीकार करेगा, कांग्रेस पार्टी तो बिल्कुल अस्वीकार करती ही।
आपने कहा कि जो 75,000 करोड़ रुपए जनता के गए उसका हिसाब देना चाहिए और साथ ही साथ लोगों को ये ध्यान देकर वोट करना चाहिए कि किसको आप वोट करें और जवाब मांगना चाहिए, कहीं ना कहीं सज़ा देनी चाहिए।
बिल्कुल, हिसाब किताब तो मांगना ही पड़ेगा। मैं आपसे पैसे लूं और कुछ वादा करूं और नहीं दूं तो आप मुझको तकाजा करने आएंगे या नहीं आएंगे? तो अब तकाजे का वक्त है, अब सज़ा का वक्त है, अब अपना हक वापस छीनने का वक्त है।
आखिरी सवाल, कहीं ना कहीं जिस तरीके से राजनीति में नंबर गेम होता है और कहीं अगर शिवसेना और जो ठाकरे ब्रदर्स नंबर गेम में कम पड़े तो क्या आप अपने पुराने साथी को सहयोग करेंगे?
कोई ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, हम जीत रहे हैं, हम इस कॉरपोरेशन में अब सत्ता में आने वाले हैं।
धन्यवाद। तो हमारे साथ थे पवन खेरा, साफ तौर पर कह रहे हैं कि इस बार कांग्रेस का मेयर बनेगा और सत्ता में कांग्रेस वापस आएगी बीएमसी में।
Well, thank you, Abhishek. Now, of course, the BJP leader, K Annamalai's statement has set off a political storm. Annamalai has responded to a jibe by Raj Thackeray. Now, this was a familiar slur that was often used by Shiv Sena Supremo Balasaheb Thackeray. But in this case, what we know is that this has become a massive political storm, with Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis also stepping in to explain Annamalai's comments so that it does not have any electoral effect. But this is a massive political storm just ahead of voting day for the BMC elections.
Here we are looking at the only city in our country where a triple engine sarkar is possible. Modi ji at the center, Devendra Fadnavis at the state, and the BJP mayor and BMC. Because Bombay is not a Maharashtra city, it is an international city. And this city has got a budget of 75,000 crore, not a small money.
काल परवाकडे कोणतरी एक तामिळनाडूमधून रसमलाई आली होती, तो सांगतो मुंबईचा आणि म्हणजे महाराष्ट्राचा संबंध काय? तुझा काय संबंध आहे इथे याचा? यांच्यासाठीच माननीय बाळासाहेब बोलले होते, हटाव लुंगी आणि
In his rally at Shivaji Park yesterday, Raj Thackeray led an attack on K Annamalai, the former BJP chief in Tamil Nadu, who had come to the city to campaign as a star campaigner for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And while doing so, he stated that Mumbai is not a Maharashtra city, it is an international city. As a response to it, Raj Thackeray yesterday said, or called him a rasmalai first, and then used a slur and said that what connection does Anamalai have with with Mumbai at all? And that has led to this controversy becoming extremely big. We've got reactions coming in from different ends of the spectrum, be it politicians not just in Mumbai but also in Tamil Nadu and in Delhi, where there are two factions, some who are criticizing Raj Thackeray for his crass comments, while others who are praising him for speaking against the the attempt to threaten the independence of the Maharashtra state, and that Mumbai belongs to Maharashtra. The fact that it was countered or was questioned by Anamalai, praised by many Marathi and non-Marathi people. This is the election. This was a speech leading up to the election, which will be held on the 15th. Already in the fag end of the campaigning, and this particular of that statement and the response to it will now determine the movement of Tamil electorate here in Mumbai. It is important for us to note that the Tamil in Mumbai is over 20 lakh people. Now these 20 lakh people definitely their electoral choices are concerned. It is also important to note that it was Bal Thackeray in fact, the first movement that he carried was against Tamil people. Jobs which were, reportedly being held by Tamil-speaking or South Indian people. Now, the term that was used by Bal Thackeray back then in the 60s and 70s was repeated by Raj Thackeray yesterday again, where he very stated lungi uthao and pungi bajao, which is also seen as an offensive as far as Tamil population here in Mumbai is concerned. But a bigger question is, will this determine the electoral mood of the Tamil population? Will they continue to stay neutral and vote the candidates primarily on the basis of their independent caliber or capability, or will this backfire on Raj Thackeray, as it anyway? It is a very established fact that the non-Marathi voters aren't very comfortable with Raj Thackeray, especially the North Indian voters. And by giving a statement like this, has he potentially pushed away the South Indian voters as well? And the other side of it is whether this has consolidated the Marathi vote even more, like never before in the last 1 year leading up to the upcoming BMC election.
And finally, the Shiv Sena and the BJP, the Mahayuti, put up a show of strength right here at the Shivaji Park. This, of course, with just one more day of campaigning left. Now, Shivaji Park is an iconic venue for many political rallies. Just a day ago, the Thackeray cousins also held a show of strength here with Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray addressing a rally. And now the Mahayuti, the Shiv Sena BJP alliance, is also addressing a rally in response to the Thackeray cousins' show of strength at the iconic Shivaji Park. My colleague Anuj Rayate reports.
Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde today addressed a rally, the final one here in Mumbai, ahead of the 15th of January BMC polls. Now, this rally happened at the same place 24 hours after the Thackerays had held a massive rally which saw a huge number of people coming here. Before getting into the nitty-gritties of the pointers discussed, first things first, the presence of people in this rally as compared to the Thackeray's rally was relatively low. One could see that the number of empty chairs were far higher in number than what was the case in the Thackeray's rally, and the entire buzz was also fairly uninterested. Now, secondly, the pointers that were raised in this particular rally were very interesting. There were two main speeches. Of course, Eknath Shinde spoke first, and then the Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis spoke. Eknath Shinde, in his brief speech, in a way read out the achievements of the Mahayuti government, the decisions that they've taken, and especially in the last 3 years when the BMC was under the direct control of the state government, they talked about, or Eknath Shinde talked about, all the decisions that the government has taken to make the lives of Mumbaikars better, be it the making Mumbai a Pagadi-free city, giving houses to people from the slum areas, or the redevelopment projects, including some important projects like the Coastal Road Metro project and the upcoming water port taxis as well. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, his speech was fairly interesting because he pointedly very categorically countered all of the points that were raised by the Thackeray brothers yesterday. In fact, he started his speech by playing a video of Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, a compilation of videos where both the brothers are speaking against each other. We know that the brothers have only come together after 20 years right now, but for the last 20 years they were each other's primary opponents, especially in the city of Mumbai, and that was highlighted from that compilation of videos. We also saw that yesterday both Thackeray brothers, especially Raj Thackeray, spoke heavily about the city kind of giving a leeway to corporates and giving them a free hand in taking over the city. That was countered by Devendra Fadnavis in stating that Mumbai cannot stay closed for investments, and also talked about how there are many other states in India who have done the same as well. So if Mumbai does not do it, it is the Marathi Manus about whom the Thackeray's talk about. It is the Marathi Manus that will have to pay the price for the same. Both the speakers today, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis, spoke about the 25 years of the BMC rule held by, or like where the Thackeray's, especially Uddhav Thackeray, was at the helm of affairs. He spoke about the lack of work done by Uddhav Thackeray led Shiv Sena government in those 25 years for the Marathi Manus, a emotion or a commodity that is only used for getting votes according to the Mahayuti. Now, which of the two rallies were more impactful, and what amount of response here will actually yield a similar sort of response as far as the electoral elections later this month are concerned? That is something that we'll have to wait and watch out for.
That's all we have on the show tonight, as a mega campaigning effort is on by all parties involved in the BMC elections. For all the latest on the BMC elections and for much more from Mumbai and Maharashtra, keep watching the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform for all the latest updates and news from across the world. Keep watching NDTV. Thank you so much for watching the show.